in the game just to get my fatty. And these lazy ain't got competition. It's me versus me, love key talk gang.
Notification gang, Key Talk gang, really the same thing. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Helps me out with the algorithm and it's greatly appreciated. Anyway, so news actually broke last night that Bman Kevo's son had actually been shot. Now, the wild thing about it is there's not much news coverage, major news coverage on Bman Kevo's son actually being shot, but it has been confirmed by Bman Kevo himself. He actually took to Instagram and he said, "Rest in power," pretty much to his son that had been shot and killed. But he also said that he had no way of getting in contact with the mother of his son. So that shows that there was probably a potential strained relationship there between him and his son. Probably, he'd probably say it's because of the mother. Now, there is an interview where he said that somehow, some way, he gets away with only paying like $900 in child support, even though he's like a super millionaire. Obviously, everybody knows that Bman Kevo is extremely smart, especially when it comes to money and doing like fraudulent kind of stuff. I mean, he got like a whole course where he gives away a lot of like game and tips and stuff like that. So, of course, he knows how to work the money system and play with money, right?
Not to dig in your pockets. Are you paying a lot right now or not?
No, low. I ain't gonna even lie. It's less than 900 a month. So I mean, this is basically what I'm trying to tell you. We both know how the system goes. We both know like you can control a lot of stuff, bro. It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? It's just how it goes. You can just, bro. What you think Future them do? What you think all the big rest of the girls be thinking that they gonna go their way? It don't go exactly how they plan it, bro. It's great lawyers out here for everything. For everything. And what girls show up to court with? No lawyers. They show up with weak ass cheap lawyers. You got $50,000, $60,000 lawyers that's specialized in that field.
Anyways, well, he also took to Instagram and he made another statement about his son, which had a lot of people like, oh, dang, what is he planning to do? Because it definitely seemed like Bman Kevo is ready to drop the bag on anybody that can give him any sort of information about the death of his son, right? He took to Instagram and he said, anybody in Kalamazoo, it's called Kalamazoo, if that's how you pronounce it, Michigan, where his son was actually killed at. Anybody in Kalamazoo know anything about my son dead, DM me now. And he put a huge money bag sign, right? Which shows that he's ready to spend some money if people can give him any sort of details about the murder and death of his son, right? Which is completely understandable. I understand you want to put some money behind trying to figure out what happened. But I guess when you figure out who did it, the next step is, are you going to do some street get back with street justice? You know, somebody dropped a bag on him, or are you going to go to the police and do some police stuff? Obviously, everybody knows within the street rules. And of course, even though Bman Kevo is a guy who, you know, he's a businessman, of course, he probably still try to live up under the street rules because seeing the fact that he himself is a rapper as well. Now, of course, a lot of people say, man, when you get to a certain age, bro, you got to leave that street stuff alone. Like, leave that for the young mother. You know what I'm talking about? But, of course, even at that age, which the age, I think it's like 34, 35, you know, people still stick to the street codes and don't want to involve the police or nothing like that at all, right? So this is going to be, you know, we're going to watch and see if he's going to get the information first of all, and once he does get the information of who killed his son, what's his next move? Because that's going to be very critical, right? Now, I'm going to read an article about it. It's actually not on a major news platform, but it is on the Times Now, right? It says, Bandman Kevo says 50-year-old son shot dead in Michigan's Kalamazoo and seeking answers. Chicago rapper and influencer Bman Kevo said that his 15-year-old son was shot and killed in Kalamazoo, Michigan Sunday. He took to Instagram stories to share a photo of his son with the caption, "Rest in power." In a separate story, he appealed to the public for assistance in finding answers regarding the incident. The 34-year-old rapper, so he is 34, the 34-year-old rapper said that he was unable to get a hold of his son's mom. In another story, he urgently requested anyone at Kalamazoo with information about his son dead to DM him immediately, accompanied by a money bag emoji, pretty much like I told y'all, right? So with all that being said, you know, RIP to his son. You know, it's always hard when you lose somebody that's that young. His son was only like 15 years old. But of course, his son was in the streets because, I mean, oddly enough, Bman Kevo also posted another picture of his son, and his son is like holding a gun. You should be able to see that picture either on the right side or the left side. Of course, I will have the guns blurred out because YouTube don't play them type of games, which, like I said, oddly enough, he posted that as well. So that does show that his son was involved with some type of street activity. I'm talking about pretty much, excuse me, pretty much anytime there's someone involved with a street activity, you can see the pictures that you can tell that by the pictures that they post, right? Anyway, so in other news, speaking of involved with street activity, it looks like a rapper that goes by the name of Real Bleeda. Now he's out of I believe Baton Rouge. You know what I'm talking about? He's out of Louisiana. Real Bleeda was actually shot. Now he wasn't shot and killed like some of his members. However, Real Bleeda actually took to his own Instagram and accidentally dropped his own location. Now there's a lot of people that's out to kill Real Bleeda, and there's a lot of people that him and his gang is out to exterminate off the planet Earth as well. But you know, so you got to move right. Now, Real Bleeda decided to go pamper himself and get his nails done. Now, while he was pampering himself and getting his nails done, Real Bleeda actually posted a photo of himself getting his nails done, and you can actually see that photo either on the right side or on the left side, and you see the lady with the little name tag or whatever, and it has the company's name on her shirt, which that then gave the ops his exact location. You already know. When you're inside the streets, the last thing that you want is the ops having your location. You know what I'm talking about? Because when the ops get your location, what's next? To go spin a block and try to kill you, right? So that's exactly what they tried to do. Now, fortunately, they didn't just run into the shop and try to kill him. It actually ended up happening at a Walmart near the location where he was at. Maybe there was a little chase. Who knows? Those details haven't came out yet. But it is say that they shot up the car I think 20 times. They say they shot up the car. 2 people inside the car was hit, which of course one was Real Bleeda, and then there was another guy. I don't know if there's any confirmed deaths yet, or maybe there's one. Who knows? I will update y'all on that. But Real Bleeda was definitely shot, and of course he is a rapper out of Louisiana, I believe Baton Rouge. Now this guy is his gang is against, don't rock with NBA YoungBoy's gang. But anyway, so you know, this was just an update on what's happening inside of these hip hop streets. You got Real Bleeda that was shot. You got Bandman Kevo's son that was actually shot and killed. Of course, this tends to happen a lot. Now, what's wild is that Bandman Kevo's son doesn't seem like he was a rapper. Actually, a lot of people said, man, I didn't even know Bandman Kevo had a 15-year-old son. A lot of people didn't even know that, right? But anyways, either way it goes, very sad, very tragic story. You know, I'm talking about especially seeing the conditions of what's going on inside the inner communities. Hopefully one day that it's able to get better. Anyways, let me know some. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.